Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to MBS with Coach Callie. So today I got a special guest from a good friend of mine from back home. She's an entrepreneur, she's a mother, she's a man, she wears many hats. Man, it's just crazy to see how she's striving to be great. Um, there's a lot of great things to say about her. I just don't words can't really express how I feel like about how she's striving to be be the best of the best in her field. She's never settling. She's always striving to outbeat the competition. She does video shoots, she does commercials, she does her own business paperwork. If she don't know how to do it, she's studying or she's asking questions, she's reading, she's becoming knowledgeable. And that's kind of the mentoring side of I've never, a lot of my podcast so far has been a lot of just, like business stuff and a lot of sports, but it's not, we talked a little bit here and there about like mentoring, but we look forward to seeing her once she gets logged in here and she hops on. I'll give her a formal introduction of Not Your Average Clothing CEO, Not Your Average Founder. Um, let's see if I can share my screen and just show some of the clothing that she has on her website. Let me see how to do this. Share screen. Here we go. Boom. So here's some of her. It's her website, nyaverage.com. And she built her own website. So, like, she's very explorer. Please follow her on her social media, ny_average on Instagram. She posts a lot of good content. You can see the full feeds of what she has going on. She has premium hoodies. She has bodysuits for women. I like this one right here, the mustard one. It's kind of, I'm gonna see if I can get that order placed while we, excuse me, while we on live today. I like this one. I didn't see this one. Another one of her hoodies here. The long sleeve. I like this mustard look. Women crew neck shirts. Long sleeves. Hashtag not your average. Just different. Like, look at the difference. Like, this is all handmade. I want you guys to sign up today. Once you view and understand, the craft behind, the not your average, meaning, it'd be great. Like, here goes a video workout of, one of her some workout attires.
What's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gonna have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gonna hurt my average. I said, thank God I ain't average. Yeah.
Yeah. So follow her page, follow her YouTube channel. I think the YouTube channel, see, she got Not Your Average Workouts. She's got a lot of stuff on here, man. So you guys follow her, show love. After you watch this stream tonight, log in and buy something. Oh, I think there she goes. Let's see where she's at. Let me stop sharing my screen because this is her show, not mine.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Uh-oh.
I'm doing good. I was just showing the viewers your website, your Instagram.
Thank you.
Follow.
Yes.
Once they view the stream, they're gonna see who you really are. The woman behind. I call you the woman behind everything. I think you name it, you do it. If you could put a tire on a car, I think you will. You'll do that too.
I can actually change my own tire thanks to my dad and check my oil. So yeah, I can do that just in case. You never know what's gonna happen.
See, I told you. Well, without further ado, let's introduce yourself. Let's tell the viewers, the world. Let's tell them a few things about yourself. Tell them who you are.
Okay, well, my name is Misha. That's what I go by. That's not my government name, but Misha is the name you'll know.
Gotcha.
I own Not Your Average, clothing line that is made specifically for. It could be for everybody, but what it is to promote confidence. So I own Not Your Average. I'm a tutor and a student athlete trainer tutor, a mom of two, cook, writer. What else? Yeah, that's about it.
Like I told y'all, a woman of many hats. I think you name it. I'm telling you, she could have her own darn like funeral home, parlor, cooking kitchen, custom wheels, barbershop. And she'll probably own like I think she the new version of the Sims. Like, you know, you
Yeah,
could just have your
you know what? I wanted to be a barber, but my hands are shaky, so I can't do it.
got you. See, you like the president of the Sims. You build it, it's coming.
Yes, definitely. I'm a firm believer that you can do anything that you want to as long as you work hard towards it every
Yeah,
day.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let's dive into. I got to get to the nitty
Okay.
gritty with you. Your
Okay.
motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're a single
How are
mother.
you? I know you're
I'm
not talking.
doing good, man. I'm just relaxing, man. Enjoying life, working, trying to get these kids right on, in the community, doing many
Yeah.
fundraisers. We just did a double good popcorn fundraiser for the kids. Like I'm just trying to trying to get this, nonprofit off the ground running, starting here in mid-March, so we can get rolling. With educating these kids.
Yes.
Especially them teaching them how to be students first, athletes second. That's just the motivation. Get them out there in the community to help support the veterans, disabled veterans, their families, students, athletes, you name it. We're gonna do it.
Sorry.
So.
Yes. So, um, very good what you're doing. Sorry, give me just a second on this.
No, you're fine.
I'm trying to see if it's my computer. It is my computer that's giving me the glare. Okay, can't fix it. Okay, sorry about that. So when you wear glasses, I guess you glare on everything.
Yeah.
Very good what you're doing because, like, to be honest, they are trying to dumb down our kids. That's why
Yes.
education is very important. With all that has gone on with the coronavirus, tutoring has now become very important. Online learning,
Yes.
so yeah, that's
Especially,
right.
man, because it's like in the school system. That's why I kind of, to let everybody know she was the tutor virtually for my son this summer. Kind of helped
Yeah,
him a lot. And
my
progress.
son now. No, I'm kidding.
But
No,
he's
great kid.
doing very well in school thanks to your tutoring services, your helping him. He has his little journal. I mean, when he comes
Awesome.
this summer, he's going to go right back to the same schedule, and things ain't going to change. He's going to
Good.
have weekly visits, weekly tutoring sessions with you,
Good.
and it's going to be great. Like, tutoring is a lot. That's why I was telling a lot of people. People was like, man, what do you do? I see, they see me right now focusing on. You see a lot of basketball, a lot of stuff, but they don't see the behind the closed doors. Wow, I'm
Right.
teaching basketball. I'm actually mentoring them to be students first. You
Yes.
can't be an athlete and then a dumbed down student, because again, you can't be a student athlete without being a student first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why I kind of have my team. They have different perspectives of life when it comes to mentoring, outside of sports. I like to lead in sports. Daniel does his resiliency stuff. He has his channels, and then, Dwayne has his channels. It's like, developmental psychology and stuff like that. Like the team we got, it's like we focus towards the youth in a broad spectrum. And then, we going to be utilizing you for tutoring and stuff like that. Cause like I said, with everything going virtually, I just try to get classes together. You know what I'm saying? So these kids must learn, especially our history. It's Black History Month right now.
Yep.
And, you can't, some kids don't even know half of our history. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a must to be taught on our end as, African Americans. And, just so they know, a lot of our roots, what I'm saying? Even, I'm not even going to just narrow it down and just say African Americans, even some other, nationalities, they need to know their history as well too, because some of them, don't even know, like the Filipino heritage, the Caucasian heritage, the Hawaiian, just whatever nationality. A lot of these kids don't know their background. You know what I'm saying? So they should just focus on understanding their background. We're not just going to just narrow it down just to say, hey, Black folks need to understand, their Black history. No, everybody to understand where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, when you understand where you come from, you can know where you're going. That's important. And you can know that, kind of what you are going through or what you've been through is already happened, so it's like motivation as well. I think it's important to learn your culture, whatever you are. I have two cultures, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So it's like it's good to know your cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's
I'm
the
familiar with
craziest
a
thing.
lot of cultures. I have a lot of friends from different ethnicities and cultural backgrounds, and I hang out with their family. I let them tell me stuff. Like, I love learning about different things, So, yes, definitely know who you are or where
Yes.
you come from.
Yep. And just like Daniel said on the screen, we do learn. Everybody learns from their past. Even like I even say, you can't even say deep in the past. You can say yesterday is considered the past because it's yesterday, right? You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
made a mistake yesterday. Well, now you know today not to make that same mistake, so you won't trip over, the shoe that's sitting by the stair. To walk around. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you learn from the mistakes you made, even current mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's definitely, and I think a lot of kids need to understand that because when it comes to constructive criticism, I like I said, I don't like to really too much dig in and say this a lot because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. But it starts within the four walls of your home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your parents have to. I can't even say a lot of kids back in the day. It was like big mommy, big daddy, and then big dad. They made sure your parents took care of you. Nowadays, we got 25-year-old grandparents, 24-year-old
Sorry, let me
grandparents.
close my thing real quick.
Nah, you're good. We got young grandparents, and it's just it's out of control because they can't even control themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, like, people are, well, to be honest, people have been having kids at a young age. Like, my
Yes.
grandmother had 11 kids. I want to, she's not here anymore, but I want to ask her, like, how did you do that? I don't know how you did that, but
Well, back in the day, that was kind of like the deal with having large families and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Big Mama took care of home. Big Daddy was always out working,
Hmm.
bringing food home. If they couldn't go buy it, they go kill it, or they go out and fetch it in the wilderness and fish and
Right.
do things. You know what I'm saying? I remember my granddad waking up because he wanted fish. It was expensive in the stores, according to the 90s and the pockets we had.
Oh, yeah.
He'd go out on a Saturday morning at like 3 in the morning. We'll sit on the lake till about 4 or 5 in the evening. We caught about 15 to 20 fish. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Go home, clean them. That's good eating.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. My
15 to
dad
20
used to fish
fish.
all the time, too. I grew up eating fresh
Yeah,
fish.
that's good. Pan fried fish is what they used to do. I
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I ain't seen hot water cornbread in a long time.
Not since my grandmother has been gone have I
Yeah,
seen hot water cornbread. So, yeah, definitely. So yeah,
that's
this is
what's up.
nice. I have to say that your setup is very nice. I like how you did this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just it's kind of like I actually, and I think I kind of became unique. With the doing it this way because I kind of cover everything mentoring. We do it through business and sports, and I just like, oh, let's get it popping. And I
Yeah,
think I even reached out to you to ask you like, yo, because you're a very creative mind, like, yo,
yeah,
what name will like make me stand out? Because like when we did our little collaboration in breast cancer
yeah,
month, you were just so like that's really what intrigued me most about like you when I was starting to work with you because it's like your mind was so creative. Like it could be 2, 3 in the morning if a full pop of like, yo, this should
yeah.
be orange and that should be blue, you're going to express it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let your team
Yes,
know, hey, we're working
yeah,
on this, but I figured these two colors together, and then blam. When I got up and looked at it, made some adjustments, I was like, oh man, it do work. So it's
yeah.
like I
Thank
feel
you.
like sometimes I can reach out and just do that, with the creative mind of what you're thinking and stuff like that. And
Thank
again, and I'm a firm believer too, is a lot of people in this game or this world, they like to hold back, knowledge of, being successful. I don't see why. Why? You know what I'm saying? Allow everybody to grow with you, grow together. Don't be out there just, holding back information when you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? If I got something that I know that made me successful today, why not let you know? You know what I'm saying? Then, we can
God.
later go and be successful together.
Yes.
And it's
So
all about being a team.
with me, I'm a little shy, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
taken me, like, honestly, starting a business has brought me out of my shell. And
Yes.
so speaking, this is like my second physical like interview. So thank you for helping me get out there. I'm very much creative behind the scenes. I like to create and put it out there, not be out there. But I'm learning with my brand, I have to put myself out there more, even though
Yeah,
it's
but see, the thing is, to say about you is, in the business world, they always say, you build your team for certain things. Let's say, hey, you can't walk on your left foot, but you hire somebody to help you walk on your left foot. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that person that's helping you walk is being that creative mind for you, but you're verbally talking to them, and then boom, look at your brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a
Thank you.
firm believer in that too. It's just like my team, with Daniel and Dwayne. It's like
Mhm.
I'm always bouncing stuff off of them, but they say it differently and more, politically right sometimes, because me, I just be rumbling because my mind be moving so fast. They be like, yo, slow down sometimes. I'd be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. And then I go back and I rethink it. And then it's like, okay, boom. Now I can bounce it off them too. And they realize, okay, now after bouncing it off them too, and then they giving me the constructive criticism, hey, make this change, do this, or, let's do it this way. I think it's better this way. And it's like, boom, it comes together. Now look how successful we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's
Thank you.
see. And this is what, listen, he said something I wasn't taught as a child, teaching our students that a tutor is an asset, not a sign of failure. We get coaches, which is true. You know what I'm
Yes. I'm
saying?
here to help, not break down. And it's tutors are different from teachers and parents because
Yes.
teachers, like, kids look at teachers almost like a second parent because they're with them a lot. So as a tutor, I motivate, but I like to have fun with my students. It's not all about, I mean, it's about learning, don't get me wrong, but it's
Yes.
about creating a relationship so they feel comfortable to open up to learn and stuff. Like with your son, I just talked to him, played around a little, and kind of made it like a game. Like, okay, tell me this, tell me that. I'm all for making learning fun because
Yeah.
learning is not fun, unfortunately,
Yes.
for kids,
And
especially when
then,
they're little.
it's like the perspective of really talking to you is, and how the environment kind of like leaning towards. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of why I asked you the question is, you being a female mentor, a female
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur, and a single mother at the same time, like
Yeah.
that is your motivation. You know what I'm
I can't
saying?
say I'm technically single because
Yeah,
their dad is in their life and is a great
got
father,
you.
but yes, technically,
Yeah,
so
technically.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like as a female mentor and an entrepreneur and mother, let's say mother, let's leave the single part out of it.
Yeah.
Like what is your motivation like day to day, like week by week, day to day, month by month?
The motivation for me is kind of myself. That sounds weird, but like you have to be self-motivated. You can't let other things really motivate you, You have to want to do something. You have to get up every day, you have to do this, do that. But to be honest, my kids make me want to go hard and give them a better life. Everything, like, I'm good now, but I feel like I could always be doing better, and that's just a part of me. But my kids motivate me. Results motivate me. Like, your son was my first kid that I tutor pro bono. Um, I've tutored actually my whole life, like 15 and up, but like really by my, how can I say this? As an adult, like
Yes.
a mother, like your son, and through my own business, your son
Yeah.
was the first kid that I did, and it was just a great experience just to see his face, like that. When you told me that he was excited to see me, like, it
Yeah.
melted my heart. So just, kids kind of need a little bit of reassurance. They feel bad when they don't do good because they're just trying to impress their teachers or their parents. They don't want to come off as a failure, you understand? So my
Yes.
motivation is myself, my kids, and results. Ever since I went hard for working for myself and building a business, I've seen nothing but support. Like, whatever you believe in, God, spirit, I've just seen the support from everything that's happened because of everything that's happened. Like, a lot of people don't know that I struggled for a long time. I didn't have money to really put into my business, but what I did have, or what I do have, is a great personality and great business relationships. So I'm able to get stuff done, if need be.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's about the end result. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every, and that's why it's why you're funny that you said that, because I try to teach that to the kids through sports. You know, now with YouTube and Instagram, what do kids all see?
Oh,
Highlights, highlights, highlights. You know, all they
yes.
see is a made bucket or a dunk. They don't
Right.
see
They
the
don't
missed
see the
dunks.
listening.
They
Right.
don't see the hard work. They don't see the turnovers. They don't see the bad, because all the internet
Exactly.
is doing is trying to produce good, 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 good. And these kids think, well, that's all they can have. You know, it's gonna be life is gonna be good for us. You know, if
Right.
YouTube says it or the news says it, then we're gonna go with it. That's just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this back, and like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody. This whole pandemic thing, it was all over the news, and then it's like, and now you balance that with the BLM thing that took place after George Floyd, right?
Right.
When the whole George Floyd thing happened, we heard nothing about the pandemic. We had millions of people tearing the world up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then,
Yes.
but before that, every day we heard, well, one person died yesterday at the hospital, or 25 people is in the emergency room in ICU, or you know what I'm saying? Like, the
Yes.
news just kept feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it. And that's how I feel like it's with the young people, social media. They have to get off that. Pick up
Yes.
the book
So,
nowadays. Get back into the
yes.
books.
Social media, even the music is dumbed down. And
Yes.
I mean, I honestly, this is gonna sound. Let me see how I can say this. I kind of use my looks and charm to let, like, especially like girls and boys know that being smart is actually highly attractive.
Yes.
Nobody really wants a dumb person, and not saying dumb, that's wrong. Nobody wants somebody that's unmotivated to learn. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Um,
Or even undisciplined is a good word to go with
yeah,
that.
undisciplined.
Discipline
Yeah.
is enough. Yeah.
So I think it's important, but unfortunately, in social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, a lot of it is like dancing and like results. You know what I mean? But
And the crazy part, you said that too, is I forgot who was it, Snoop, or it was one of the artists. I don't know the name word for it at the moment. I was watching TV, and they was like, you need to bring back in your actual, remember back in the day, our music, they used to,
right,
let's even take it back to when we were young.
yeah,
When
right.
let's take it back
Good
to even
music. That's what I
remember the
call
movie
good
Detroit.
music.
Remember Detroit? Back into Detroit, Chicago. What
Yeah,
happened back in the day when they used to like want to be angry at each other? What they used to do? Take it to the streets and they go
yep,
sing. They
yep.
sing, they
Sing
dance,
a
they sing
dance
about what's
battle.
going on and
Yeah,
what's going on, but they dance into real life. They're singing to what they're singing to what's actually going on around them.
right.
Nowadays, we got the beats. I can't even hear half the music. When my kids get in the car, they playing the Rock Wave, the Yo Gottis, and all you hear is a doop doop and yaddy 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 yaddy. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know what? That's why I
yeah.
don't let them touch the radio no more. I just leave it on my
Yep, I'm
with the
also,
headphones in.
I grew up listening to the Gap Band,
Yeah,
Confunction, Al Green, Patti LaBelle,
yeah. Back when they used to
Mariah
sing,
Carey.
though.
Yeah, yeah, they don't. I mean, we have some singers now, but it's just unfortunately not the same. And I wonder and I worry, and that's why I'm so big on what really motivated me. I'm like, okay, they are really trying to dumb down our kids, so
Yeah,
let's help them. And then with the pandemic, it made everything got worse. And
yeah.
if you know the statistic, I don't know if you've heard this, but the average person is at a third grade reading level. Third
That's
grade.
crazy.
Yes, third
It's
grade.
because we
So,
don't read no more, though.
yes,
Everything is this. Double
yes,
tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. And even when they double tapping, they scrolling so fast. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes. So, that's why I also wanted to become a tutor and an asset to children.
Got you.
Let them know learning is okay and it's pretty cool.
Yes,
Because of my business, if I didn't know English and math, I wouldn't have my brand. Not your
exactly.
average is an N, Y, and the average sign in math. So it's a
Yes,
mix of English and math, and I thought it was pretty cool that I came up with that. And I would have not been able to come up with that if I wasn't educated.
again, like I said, and you took time to read. Like, even with like your business paperwork, you take time to understand where everything goes on that document before you send it out. Like you
Yes.
like you're determined to do it yourself to say, hey, I'm going to get this right.
Yes, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a bit obsessive about success in my business, and I'm very meticulous. Like
Yeah,
my friend was laughing at me because I got some designs back, I got an order back,
yeah.
and like it was like so the A didn't have like the little hole in it to make it look like an A. I mean, you
Hmm.
could tell, but me, I'm picky. So I was like, I don't like that, you know. So yeah, I'm very obsessive and meticulous, which makes good for business. You know, you have to be.
Yeah, you got to be. So, and then that comes to like something else you could say, your challenges, your adversities you face during
Yeah.
during
I,
your journey.
oh man, I it's been rough a little bit. Trying to get funding, you know, because I'm young. I didn't, you know, I'm young. I don't have I mean, I have credit, but not business credit, you know, stuff like
Yes.
that yet.
And
You know,
that's a whole different animal. That whole business.
yes. Yes. Let me see. What has been the biggest challenges for me is making sales sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
uh, dealing with people. Being a woman, I'm going to say this carefully, is not easy because people definitely try to take advantage of you. And some people, if are kids going to be watching this? I just need to know because I have to watch how I talk.
Yeah, kids. Some kids chime in and watch the
Okay.
videos.
So let me keep it PG.
Yes.
Some people will try to get with you as a woman, and if you
Yeah.
don't get with them, they'll mess your clothing up. They'll. I've had to. I've had to deal with some things. They
And
like
that's
won't help you. Yeah. So really, being an
so it's kind of
entrepreneur.
like you're trying to say, let's say people want to take advantage of your success, and if you don't like lean towards them
Yeah.
towards their advantages, then it's like out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know
And
it's crazy you said that because a lot of people try to do that, even with like certain people. Like
mhm,
that's I'm gonna give you an example. Like
okay.
when I first started, like making hoodies and clothes, like everybody figured, well, let me get that, right?
Yeah.
And then you be like, nah, you gonna have to pay this, right? Because mind
Yeah.
me, you gotta look at it. I looked at myself, my man. I've sent you
Yeah.
some shirts and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know the quality,
Yeah. It's
quality
good
is me. Like
quality. I love it.
I wouldn't put nothing out there. I put myself on, right? But
Right.
mind me,
Same.
my hoodies and jogger sweatsuits are probably 30 times cheaper than a lot of everybody else that's even just starting something on this website. Like
Yeah.
if you
Oh
do
yeah.
anything, the quality I give you for the price I give you don't even match. But
Yes,
I
I
do
don't know
it.
where you like your shirts and stuff. I
Yeah.
love them, you know, and I pride myself that on too because at first when I started Natural Average, I started off on a t-shirt and some
Yeah.
shorts that weren't high quality, you know. But I had to learn. But that would be another challenge is actually finding clothing. So I
Yeah.
look for everything myself because I'm not able to buy yet wholesale or
Yes.
like, you know, I see people with like jackets. I'm like, where do they like I lack the knowledge of where to get these things from. I need somebody to help me with that, to be honest. But what I do is I search for the stuff myself. I go to different websites. I go to stores. You know, so getting merchandise has also been a challenge too. Like I want to compete, you know, but um,
It's
soon I
definitely
will
different.
be. Let's just say that.
It's a different world, but it's so crazy because before I even just like I think I got the little, everybody always start off with a Gildan t-shirt, right? So I think
Yeah,
that's where I started. But when I got that shirt, I'm like, man, this sold 1990. It's just heavy, right? So
yeah,
I said, you know
yeah,
what? I ain't putting no more shirts out.
yeah,
And then I was like, I started calling around different places. I
yeah,
started figuring out different stuff. And then
yeah.
I found my guy out here, man. I say he take care of me. He takes care of me, man. Six toe
That's
out of
good.
stand screen print Manassas, man.
See,
I
and
sent
here
him
in the
my
Bay Area, it's not like it's rough out here. It's a lot of
yes.
it's like cutthroat. A lot of people are competing. A lot of people don't want to help you. A lot of people get
Exactly.
jealous. Like
And that's
I
the
literally
crazy
asked
part
somebody,
though. Like that is the crazy part with me, the whole jealousy thing.
yeah, I don't
Like,
understand it.
why can't you help somebody be successful with you?
Right.
Like, why? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hold back on where you. I think who I spoke to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was on Instagram. They follow me. I was a clothing thing. I was like, yo, where'd you get that from? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you the vendor.
Right. You know how many
For
times I've
what?
gotten that? Some people just don't answer. They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Because
For
I don't know,
what?
maybe it's competition, you know. I would say that if I had like all
There's
of the
really
inventory and all of the
but
access,
see,
like it
the
would be
thing
in
is,
my
it ain't
shoes,
really.
you know.
If you look at it, let me tell you something. If you look at it, right? Let's
Mhm.
let's let's put facts with facts. Let's make it make sense in my eyes.
Okay.
Me and you, I'm gonna give you an example. Me and you, right? We selling the
Mhm.
same style T-shirt, right? Me and you, like I
Right.
said, you know the quality of the T-shirts I already got, right?
Right. Very high quality.
Your T-shirts just say not your average. Mine say Kid Cali. We got the same style T-shirt, but we
Yeah.
selling the same type of shirt, right? We
Yes.
There's no difference. If
Right.
somebody wants to buy not your average, they're going to buy not your average. Somebody wants to buy
Right.
King Cali, they're going to buy King Cali. If somebody wants to buy leadership T-shirts, they're going to buy leadership T-shirts.
Yes, definitely.
It's your brand, and the competition doesn't mean anything. That's just like, let's even go even bigger. Let's say
Mhm.
Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all them names, right?
Right.
If somebody wants to buy $1,500 worth of Louis Vuitton, they're gonna buy it.
Mhm.
If somebody wants to go buy $1,900 worth of Gucci, they'll go buy it.
Mhm.
There's no difference. It's the same brand, same quality, different style. Oh, well, he has an extra rip in his jeans on the left side. There's
Right.
no difference. It's the same
No.
thing. And I think when
No.
I went out for the first time in my life and ever I bought a Gucci bag, right, from the Gucci
Okay.
store, right. I
Okay.
listen. I looked at it because everybody know me. I'm cheap. I get
Yeah.
my stuff on a discount. If I can't get the discount, I'm walking out the store.
I'm
Like,
the
so
same
I
way.
went out. I was in Vegas. I was having fun, chilling, and I
Uh-huh.
got the bag. But
Okay.
in the store, there was some dirty jeans. Like it was like real dirty. They were selling like dingy dirt jeans for like 1,200.
Are you serious? That's crazy. But
But
not
it's
crazy
Gucci.
because it's the name. Right.
Yes. So
You
somebody
associate
will
it.
buy some dirty shorts from Gucci in opposed to buying some clean, nice shorts from Not Your Average
Right. Yes.
because
But
it's the name. So the competition is really no different. It's the name and what everybody's used to buying. That's just like I guarantee it. If we was to throw Not Your Average on Fox News, CBS News, NBC
yeah.
News, and let it play for a week straight, every
Right.
other commercial, I
Right.
guarantee it. Everybody will start wearing it because CBS got it now. You know, it's a commercial.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
monkey see, monkey do.
Right. And
And
most people aren't buying the brand, they're buying the clout that comes with the brand because if you buy a Gucci or you have Gucci, people
yes,
automatically assume you have the money, but you could have spent all your money, you don't have a house, don't have a car, you just bought that bag just to look good, you know.
yes,
So but to be honest, that's what I'm trying to get my brand to. Like not your average.
yes,
I want people to buy it. You know, I'm not gonna sell no dingy jeans, but
yeah,
I'm trying to get it to be that clout, you know.
yeah.
And I want people to wear like my brand is not like what is Gucci? What does Gucci mean? What does Louis Vuitton mean? What does Adidas mean? What does Nike really mean? You know, a lot of these brands are like people's names or you know just something, but my brand to me is more personal because you put the you in your really
Yes,
you're a part of my brand once you wear it. It's a feeling. I'm not just trying to sell clothes. I'm trying to sell a feeling of confidence that you are not your average when you wear it. You're confident enough to say, look at me. I'm better than the rest. Or look at me. I'm not your average. You know, that's like my goal because confidence and mental health is at an all-time low since forever, you know. A lot of
yes,
people are depressed, a lot of people aren't like if you're confident, people either like you or hate you. But Floyd
exactly.
Mayweather never spoke bad on himself, you know. He's not your average, so you have to have that confidence that comes with not being average in order to succeed. That's what I'm trying to push.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's just it's so crazy, man, and the quality, like, and that goes like I said, like the questions I kind of asked you was like kind of go
Yeah.
hand in hand in how we're conversating.
Yeah.
Excuse me, like being successful, like you know what I'm saying, like what qualities, like I know you went through different adversities
Hmm.
what advice and qualities can you leave like a young person coming up in the entrepreneur game to being successful female, entrepreneur or and a mentor? Like
You
what
you
gems can you drop?
okay, you have to have thick skin. Don't take it personal. People are going to turn you down. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to tell you can't do it. Even the people closest to you, they're not even going to support you. Some friends may not even, buy your stuff. But you have to have very thick skin in any business because um, if you melt easily, you'll quit easily, and you can't quit. There's many times I honestly told my mom once. I said, "Look, I'm over this. Like, if that's how it's gonna go, I'm done." And she's like, "You better not," and
Yeah.
keep going. She's like, "It's gonna be that." So, thankful for her. She told me that, but I never was really gonna give up in the back of my head. But I was just like, there's been many times like I am over this. I wasted money. One time I had somebody, I paid them ahead of time. I normally pay people ahead of time. That's just how
Yes.
I roll. Um, and then I came out with my commercial last year, and they ended up telling me they weren't going to give me my clothes back until I paid them more money. And they're like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you that I forgot to add this charge." And I mind you, I'd already did 3 orders before with this person. And I ended up having to pay the money because, well, I'm not going to just leave my merchandise with you, but I never worked with them again. And I put it on social media, and the people knew him. He was quite upset. He's like, "Why would you do that?" I was like, "Why would you do that? Like, we had a contract. I asked you over and over. So my advice would be to have thick skin, never give up, um always go on your ideas. No idea is stupid. You never like, you can make money off of anything. And believe in yourself and never stop believing in yourself. Those are the gems that I would like to say would
And
make a good
to
business person.
caveat on that, on what you said there, I say the same thing, but I say it on the sports side. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Okay.
people, a lot of kids nowadays, even in like school, like mental health is real, like you said. Like
Yeah.
they don't believe in themselves, and that's where the mental health falls in with a lot of stuff because it's like, man, if because with the lack of, and it goes back to what I said again, starting at
Mhm.
home. Some kids at home get lack of attention,
Yes, lack
lack
of
of
love, attention.
lack of being helped in certain situations, lack of,
Yep.
hey, this is how you wash the dishes, lack of, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is how you close this door properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, me, I get irritated after I keep telling you so much. I'm definitely trying to be a teacher so I don't have to keep speaking to you because again,
Yes. Yes.
eventually you tearing up the house now, but when you get to your own house and you ain't got no money, don't call me. I done taught you every day of your life on how to get up there and properly close this door without slamming that door.
Right. Yep. No,
They don't understand that. Like, it's costs a lot of money to replace a lot of these things.
yeah, and the good thing that you pointed out about the at home thing, because education also is important with parents. A lot of kids can't get, unfortunately, their parents can't help them because they have changed curriculum to be a little bit harder. Like, I was doing somebody's, I was like, "What grade are you in?" I didn't do geometry till I was in 8th grade, and you're in fourth. So, the curriculum got harder, and not only that, just in the back in the days too, before or after the men worked, when women started to have going started, yeah, excuse me, when women started to have to go to work, they did not have the time to help their kids educate them as well. So unfortunately, a lot of parents are taken out of their homes and out of their kids' life to provide for them. So it's not necessarily their fault. So that's why
Yeah.
a tutor and a teacher is very important. And some teachers are
Exactly.
not meant to be teachers either.
But
So
they do it because they need a job, or they do it
right,
like, and that
right,
kind of goes back to like proof of success with you. Like, you're passionate
yeah,
about what you're doing. You're passionate about mentoring. You're passionate
yeah,
about tutoring. A lot of people don't have passion in what they do. And but when
right,
you put passion into your daily life, or you put passion into your household, you put passion into your relationship, you put passion into what, things will start to flourish because they see your work ethic. They see how hard you want to work. That's just like, I'm gonna give you an example. Working for a job, right? You go to this
Yes.
job every day and you hate it with a passion, but it pays the bills. I
Right.
guarantee it. If you're passionate enough, you will be looking for something for yourself while being disgruntled, being mad. But when you're done being mad, at the end of the day, you're going to win because
Yeah.
once you leave, let's say once you leave that company where you're at that just didn't, take advantage of your knowledge, didn't take advantage of your daily work ethic, and then you go to this next company and then they see you climbing that ladder based on what you did for that company, but they didn't give you that chance, they
Mm-hmm.
are going to feel stupid because then
Yep.
they're start to go down and then you're going up and then it's going to be like this. That
Yep.
seesaw effect like this, they'd be like, dang, I should have kept him. And you hear it all the time.
Right.
Hear it all
With
the time.
with me, I've worked since I was 15.
Yes.
I've done restaurants. I was an office manager for a mortgage company. I made medicine at Genentech. I dealt with a highly mentally and physically abusive handicapped lady. Like I used to get spit on and hit and all kinds of stuff. And
Sheesh.
then I became a tutor. None of those jobs, especially I was trying to climb the ladder at Genentech, but they like would not let me based off of I think race, to be honest. um but yeah, it's like I've always been a hard worker, always top performer, top this, top that. At
Yes.
Genentech, when I started, I never worked with my hands and I had to climb ladders. um I grew cells, so it really taught me to be hands-on. And I was the worst. People laughed at me. I was messing up tanks which are worth millions left and right. They almost fired me. um, but I took pride in myself, and instead of giving up, I got better to where by the end time I was leaving, I was training people.
That's
So
pretty
I
good.
never what really motivated me to work for myself and keep going is that I never got sorry, my son's coming. I
Okay.
never got the I never got the love and respect that I needed, you know.
Yes.
I never got hold on, sorry, I have to
Got you.
give me a second. I never got the love and the or not the love, but you know, the respect and the money and the
Yeah.
um appreciation, to be honest, for my knowledge and my uh power to me, you know. I felt like they would constantly pick people that were less qualified over me.
Yeah.
And
And that's the crazy part about it all, man. So,
and my dad worked there for years, and he got fired over stealing a sandwich, even though he didn't do it. You know, it
yeah.
was a bunch of things. So just seeing my dad lose his whole life to a career that he gave himself to, and what it did to him, made me just want to be like, I need to build for myself, to be honest.
Exactly. And that's kind of falls into like your leadership philosophy. Like you
Yeah.
like to push yourself. You like the capabilities of being a mentor. You like to continue to drive and thrive and be on top. And I think that's what makes, not your average. I think, like I said, I like that name. I
Thank
like
you.
that name. I was and before you came on, I was like, it's like really looking on your website. I was like, oh, she kind of asked some stuff. I like that mustard sweater. So we got to talk offline. I got to place an order after this
Yeah,
too.
no, well, we'll talk. We don't have to talk anything, but no, to be
That,
honest, and another challenge I had
yeah,
was I was outsourcing a lot, like paying people to do my designs and stuff,
yeah,
and they just wouldn't do it right. It took me about a couple of months, but I taught myself, and I'm still teaching myself how to all the mock-ups you see, I did.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and
That's right.
so that was another challenge, was outsourcing and spending money and it not being what I wanted. It was quite frustrating. I was like, this is too much
Gosh.
money for it to not be, because only you have your vision. So another gem I want to drop on people is it's okay to teach yourself. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Yes.
A
Hey,
lot, YouTube's not just for entertainment.
exactly. I learned how to build websites watching YouTube.
Yeah, I taught myself, but I referenced it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So,
dope. That's dope.
um, yes,
That's
definitely.
knowledgeable. So let's go. Let's drive into the thrive into the future. So in 10
Okay.
years, where do you see the not your average brand?
So it will be on the billboard in the New York Times Square. I'm gonna have billboards everywhere. I'm gonna be worldwide. I'll be the top brand next to after Nike. You know,
Okay.
I know that's a lot to say, but that's my goal, and I feel like my brand is gonna be there um, because of what it represents, and you actually hear "Not Your Average" everywhere. When
Exactly.
I heard it in a song, and that's what inspired me. Inspiration is everywhere, you know. It's up to you to listen and see what you can do with your ideas. Like, you know, people were like, oh no, nobody's gonna think or want that, you know, but no, you know, no idea is too small, you know.
Yep, yep, yeah. That's crazy.
But you'll see me
So
worldwide in 10 years for sure.
continue. All right. Well, hey, you know me. I ain't going nowhere. So we're gonna be collabing on your
Oh
way up
yeah.
to the top.
Oh yeah, you'll be right there with me.
Yep, yep, yep. We're gonna be
Yes.
collabing all the way to the top. So we'll
Yes.
kind of like wrap this up towards the end. So I want you to leave some advice for a young person, mother, female entrepreneur, female mentor. Just
Okay.
leave something for them. Like let them know something that they should keep with them in their bag, pull out their pocket for the rest of their lives.
Okay, so for the ladies, right? For
Yes.
women, young ladies, young women, don't dumb yourself down for anybody. Always do your research. Always have a contract. You taught me that. Um,
Yes.
and, and don't stop believing in yourself. With mothers, a lot of, to be honest, when I had my daughter, that's when I started Not Your Average. And then when I had my son, I was quite worried because um, a, a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't do it with kids. You got kids; they're gonna hold you back." But
Yeah.
it's done nothing but grow, and that's because I dedicate whenever I can. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, almost every day to work on my business when they're asleep. So for mothers, I want you to find some time that works for you to work on whatever you want because it's obtainable, you know.
Yes.
And for the ladies, like always believe in yourself and always respect yourself. Don't let anybody try to talk you into anything you're not comfortable with. Don't let any man or even women take advantage of you for, you know, um, non appropriate things, you know.
Yeah.
And the only thing that really I could say is like just have that confidence and believe in yourself. Everybody is beautiful, and as long as you know that, then you'll be okay.
Yes. 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 So yeah, we're gonna like wrap this up now,
Okay.
end it up so we can enjoy it. But hey, everybody, you heard it from
Thank
her.
you.
You heard the gems. You dropped the knowledge. As we get going in March, I told her she about to be a busy tutor.
Yes. Yes. I can't wait for these kids,
She
you know.
about to be a busy tutor because we're gonna be
Yeah.
setting up classrooms for these kids. That's
That's awesome.
test prep. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, with the knowledge of her. So y'all gonna be seeing her face
Yep. You know I'm
more than
ready.
just here. So I know
Kids,
you're
come have
ready.
fun learning with me.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
yes. So we're gonna wrap this up, and then definitely,
Thank you.
we're always gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep in touch, and we're gonna keep building. So
Yes.
pleasure, pleasure, pleasure of having you
Thank
on today.
Thank you so much. And I love your brand. I really love what you do with your kids. And I can't wait to see your son again.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you for coming on.
Have a great day.
Are you too?
Bye.